ba da da ba ba da da ba 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 da da ba da ba. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Capital Thrills, and welcome back to Planetcoaster Hard Mode. And today, I know it's been a little while since we've done a recent episode of this, but my computer went down for a little bit of a maintenance issue. So anyway, we're back up and running now. And last time we left off, we had built this little roller coaster over here, which I haven't quite come up with a name with, so I kind of just called it Capaco or something like that. I don't know why. I kind of just want to go for something tropical. But things look a little bit different here. Now, you see, I would have had another episode of this out sooner, but I lost the footage of the original because I was editing it. But it kind of just got, put in the trash heap somewhere. So, anyway, we're going to be starting off from this point forward, I guess. And this guy over here just broke down. Now, last time, like I said, we did work on this. And as you can see, I've done a little bit of terrain work and stuff around it. Added a little bit of a lake. Because I was trying to plan out where I wanted to take this park forward. Because I want to try to do it in sections to where we get, like this area over here, we're going to get this all completed. We're going to get this all looking nice today. And then we're going to expand over to here. Probably add a wood coaster and something like that over here. Because I think you need a wood coaster at the front of your park. Like, come on now. I just think having like a front entrance gate right here, which we will eventually get to, and just having like this back over here, back in the background, is having a wood coaster over here. It look really, really nice. So anyway, today I think we're going to do, and we're going to go ahead and just work around, kind of add some bushes, shrubbery everywhere, and maybe even touch up on this thing a little bit, because like right now it doesn't have any lights on it, so if I were to just quickly go over to nighttime like this, we just have absolutely no light time anywhere. So we might work on that in today's episode, I'm not sure. But anyway, we're going to be making this park just look overall a little bit nicer. We need to start cleaning up and finishing up the area, because I think it's time before we start moving on to the next area, and I've already started working on a little bit of a path here. Now, I'm not going to do the typical time lapse. I wanted to change the game on how we do the builds. Because you know what? I wanted to stick around and talk to you guys. It's built along. I want to do this just a little bit differently. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to start off by fencing off and just work on these little interior areas right here. And actually, I think I'm going to start over here because I wanted to add a little like rock area, because since this is tropical, I think it's having a little rock thing here. Maybe I even add like a custom sign for the roller coaster over here. So if you guys have any better names for this guy down in the comment section, please let me know. I'd be great to know what you guys think the names for this thing should be. Now keep in mind, we are trying to go for a very tropical style theme here, like Quality Beach and that kind of thing. So we're just going to kind of get into this now. Okay, I wanted to talk about how you do rock clusters and make them look right and well, because oftentimes I see people do like these rock clusters and stuff, but they're not like variegated enough, and they're not rotating, that kind of stuff. But the key to making a very nice looking rock cluster, and I'm just going to place a little rock over here like that, it's kind of one. I want to say this: you got to use different types of rocks when you're going into this, because if you're just using the same type of rock, well, it may look nice depending on what you're going for and that kind of thing, but it just looks a little bland and it doesn't have a lot of color in it. Because like, if I were just use this, well, it would look nice. It just overall wouldn't add like any character to the in the life of the entire park here. So what you want to do is add different kinds of these little rocks like this. Maybe add in different shades of different kinds of rocks. Like add in these what is this called? Deciduous rocks, obviously, yeah. And just kind of make it a little bit stand out. Now, at the same time, though, you're going to want to, well, that's what I think you should do anyway, is add in a little bit of a different kind of bushes and stuff in there. You don't have to add a lot, just a little bit, just to add some greenery into it, because unless you're actually intending on going for the gray look, it just kind of looks dull. And just like this, it helps to improve it just a little bit better. It makes it a little more lush and vibrant here, and that's what we're trying to go for. And then we're just going to put a little bit of a... See, look, here's where I ran into a problem. I don't know what I want to do with this, because like I said, I think it'd be really cool if I could somehow get the logo for the ride, like somewhere right here, and maybe even put one up here, because this station I should probably mention this is inspired by the GCI wooden roller coaster at Busch Gardens, Tampa, which went out of business about in 2015, called Gwazi. And I kind of took some inspiration from that, but I think I kind of got
a little bit carried away, and I probably could have added in a little bit of undulation into it, because when you're building stuff, you want to try to add different like layers, direction, just to make it look a little bit different, not just so flat. So I may or may not work on that a little bit today, but like I said, we're trying to just, overall beautify this entire place. Add a little bit of shrubberies over here. Just kind of make the entire scenery aspect just a little more inviting. So now I think once I get this area filled in, I think I'm gonna cut away for a little bit, okay? And we're going to I'm gonna go around, do this similar kind of thing to these different areas and stuff. But I'll come back to you guys whenever I think I've gotten to a point where I think I need to show you what's happening, that kind of stuff, before I get a little too carried away, because that's actually what happens to me most often times anyway. I'll get an idea and I'll do something, I'll build it like off camera, but I never think, why am I not recording this? Because I want to be showing you guys this. This is good stuff right here. And I think it's gonna add in a little bit of these things. Now see, look, this is where I have another thing. You gotta be careful. When you're mixing in like different bushes and stuff, you gotta keep like the general vibe you're trying to go for intact, because if you add just like this, okay, so you add those kind of bushes right here, or trees, I should say. Which is kind of strange that they're called trees, but yet again, I guess they have a different style of stone. But if you were to add in like this, it wouldn't make much sense unless you're going for like a jungled area, which actually might be a nice little area we do somewhere back over there maybe. But it just doesn't look quite right, because it just has a different texture and stuff. Now, I have thought about maybe I could eventually use like these colorful flowers, which I'm very grateful that Frontier added these in, just because of the fact it gives you just more flexibility, customization than what you normally would. And I think what we're going to do, actually speaking of that, is, how does this look here? You know what, maybe I can use these for like different like flower gardens up like right here maybe. Yeah, no, I'll keep that in mind, but first we gotta get one area at a time done first. Now, ooh, can I use this? Now, typically I think you'd want to use this more or less for like a alpine-ish style, like / Japanese Asian theme. That's because it's a pink color, which I think is really, really nice, by the way. Well, that's really strange. Oh, wow. Let's see. Now, let's get back to trying not to get too distracted, because I am very bad about doing that. And I apologize if I get too carried away. Now, another thing is, when it comes to doing this kind of things, maybe we're going to eventually tackle this today in this area over here, just to show you how we do. But we're going to try to figure out a good fence design for the park, because we just don't want people like walking all over this stuff, getting away, because we don't want any sort of like lawsuits or anything like that. It's just not what we're trying to do here today. And by the way, actually, it's probably bringing this up right now. Things have been we have actually broken one of the achievements, so I'm just gonna quickly claim that right now. And there we go. See, look at that. We got $5,000, even though we're losing a little bit of money. Ooh, actually brings up a good point. Maybe, I think either in today's episode or next episode, we shall tackle these over here, because this over here is just kind of looking pretty bare bones. And I think we can flesh that out a little bit better. Just make this front area look a little more nicer. And then maybe, here's what I say we do. We come back in the next episode, we start tackling this front entranceway, because I've got a really cool idea of what I want to do here, but more details on that in the future. And then let's try not to get back on track, because I'm already getting off topic. Let's see, now we're just going to very randomly just kind of put these in. Maybe now we'll mix in some of these smaller rocks like this. Whether or not it actually makes sense to have these kind of rocks in here is debatable. So if you think they are, please let me know down in the comment section below, because I'm really trying my best here to keep things a little diverse, okay? Because I don't want to get too dull and that kind of stuff. So I just think it makes it look really, really nice. Now I think this would be a good area to where, mouse, come on, there we go. We're putting some of these guys, because I love the lush green color of it, and I think it's over really, really nice. I think we're gonna add. We'll add in a little bit of this action over here, and just a little bit of this right here. Now, see, I wish I could customize the size of this like you can in Park Cadet, because then I could squeeze in this right here. But I think we can work around it by just doing that kind of thing. Now I'll go back to trees and we'll add in. What are these called? Jelly. That's a strange name. I don't know if they're actually called that in real life or realistically. But they look really, really nice. I like them. I'm just gonna add these in over here. Should I add in these guys? I probably should. Just to add a different color into it. Because that, when you're doing like this garden work kind of stuff, you want to make sure you're mixing up different colors and stuff. Just so the way it doesn't become too, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, plain, I guess. It just makes it look a little bit brighter, I think. Now, if you're doing like a jungle run style coaster or something like that, then I totally see why you just want to do a whole bunch of different, like, green plants like this guy right here. Just to make your life a little bit easier. Now, let's see. Let's add in different, let's get in some palm trees here. I think we're lacking, oh my goodness, hang on. Where am I going to put these guys at? I'm not going to put them there. I'll just kind of put them in right over here. Ooh, benches. Benches or something. I haven't mentioned that kind of stuff or stuff I haven't thought about yet. Maybe I'll do that over here. I like a little food place over here and stuff. Because besides like this stuff up here, we don't have really much in terms of like food options. So maybe we'll do that kind of stuff. Then I think with these last couple things we'll do over here, this will be a good idea of what's going to be happening in today's episode. Just because I feel like it needs to be happening. Oh my goodness, look how big that... Yeah, let's get rid of that. Thank goodness for Control Z. It's just such a nice thing to have. And what kind of plant is this? Never seen that one before. Aw, this poor guy. Well, maybe at some point, maybe we'll do like custom roofs and stuff over these. Just to add to that immersion factor, I suppose. Let's see some of these. There we go. Just add in a couple of these. There we go. Just like that. And I think this is going to be a good area to take this. Now, I think it's a good time for us to start like working on different like bench stuff. Now, should I use these kind instead? Because I feel like this fits the theme a little bit better. Put something like this, because we're going to want to have plenty enough seats for people to sit down, take a chill for a minute, because I imagine even though we don't have very much going on in the park just yet, I imagine once we get into the later stages that this will start becoming a big need. I should probably, did this thing break down? I think it broke down. Well. And I think like that, yeah, I see what, I answered already. Now, I think we'll start working on a fence design, a lamppost design. However, though, I think if any of you down in the comments / community area outside of here, if you have any suggestions or ideas of what a good lamppost design for this park would be, then please send them below. Please tell me. As you may know, I am running a Discord server. And if you don't know, I will post a link down in the description. I will post a poll, and I will allow you guys to make your own lamppost designs, and then you can submit it to me, and and I'll just take a look at them, and we'll see what goes from there. Just to add a little bit of interaction into there. Now we're gonna put a rock right here, and I think we'll just fill in the rest of this area over here. Just a little bit of bushes. That. Should I add a little cover right here? Think about that. Just like this, I think this is good enough spot to stop for right now. Alright, okay, so now you guys have a general idea of what's going to happen here. I'm going to go around at these little garden bush up areas, and I'll be right back, I suppose. Okay, so let me go around and edit all this and do this kind of stuff, and we'll reconvene after that. So see you in a minute, guys. And a couple hours later, this is what we have. Now, guys, I am very happy with how this has turned out so far. Now, things are still a little bit unfinished, but I think I'll finish all that stuff off camera because I really don't know where to quite take all this. I've done some bushes around the back and all that kind of stuff. But I want to mention up here on this top hill, I think I'm going to add like some little like huts and stuff just to add a little bit different variety instead of just having a bunch of trees, which will look just nice in the end, but I think add a little bit more character back there in the background. But overall, this is the final area of back here, and I am, like I said, very proud of how this has turned out. Now, unfortunately, the waterfalls are kind of messed up back there, but we'll get back to it. This middle section, though, I don't quite know what I want to do with this yet, though, because I've just kind of left it open. To post it, I was just gonna put like foliage and stuff here in the middle, like just like little garden work, make it look like a more jungly kind of vibe. But I want you guys to know. Post down in the comment section below what you think this should be. Should this be like shops or stuff? Which is what I wanted the original plan to be, but I'm kind of stuck because I don't really know how it would look. I'll probably have to experiment with it anyway. Probably have to experiment around with it, but overall, these sections here in the middle, I'm still fiddling around with. Because typically, I'd put like a fountain or something in the middle, make it a little bit nice, but overall, I think it's all turned out pretty nicely for the most part. Now, I mean, just like look at this little area back over here, okay? So look at this. Nice and lovely. We'll probably put some fences around, which I think we'll get onto that in a little bit later. But like I said, for the most part, everything here is completed. And I just look at this waterfall area up here. Now, eventually this will mess up with the different attraction in the future, which I have planned for. But right now, we won't worry about it. And this waterfall right here has a little bit of an issue, but I will fiddle around with that off camera, okay? But like I said, for the most part, everything is all looking nice and fresh. But I think now what I want to work on is a little bit of a fence design. Now, this fence design, what we're going to be working on here, is really one inspired by a design I had another park that I was working on off camera that you guys don't know about. And if you want to explore that in your future, post your thoughts down in the comments on that, and we will get onto it because I do want to start interacting with you guys and that kind of stuff. So I wanted to start really pushing it. But anyway, let's try to line this up here, okay? I probably shouldn't be doing it behind the barrel, but oh well. Now we're going to change this to like a brown color because I want it to be like a wooden jungly vibe kind of thing. Now we're going to grab the pirate style fences just because I think it would be nice to have these little like poles things sticking up out of the ground. I might go back and make like some custom version of this later, but we won't worry about that right now. And if I could just get this thing to rotate like I wanted to. Alright, come on. Angle snap activate. You gotta love angle snap. I kinda wish there was just like a regular grid feature for this, but that's totally fine. I think it works just nice how it is. Now we're just gonna stick it on like that. And then we're gonna go back over here into the building area. We're gonna grab a couple of these wooden poles, these little ones right here, like this guy. Now, typically, some of this design also has a variant where it has like a little lamppost in it, but I think we won't do that just yet because I want you guys to design a lamppost for me because I really don't know. I should do just like tiki torches or something, or should I do something a little more custom? But for the most part, this is like the general design of like what the fence would be. And we're just adding these little poles around here on the bottom like this. I'll see, look nice. See, look, it's kind of nice and simple, but I kind of like it. Okay, I kind of like it. Now, if I can just get this thing to stand upright, now we're gonna grab this pole again, put it back down. Not the pole, a plank. Or to change this. Let's go for a lighter color like this, just to add a little more variety in different colors and textures here. Add a different little bit of a brown, and just like this is the overall design of the fence. Now, I probably should have not put it behind the bin right there, but you know, we won't look at that, okay? we'll act like that didn't happen, okay? It did not happen. I was just kind of move it over just a little bit, and of course we forgot to get that piece of it. You know, that's the one thing bad about using this multi-selector. Sometimes you don't always get everything in it, but it's totally alright. Alright, come on now. Select it. Come on. Deselect it. There we go. Now just add them all into the group feature, which I really, really like. It's a nice feature. Now we're just going to kind of scoot it over, see? And that's the overall general fence design. Is it basic? Yes. But I like it. I like it. We'll get us a nice sign for this coaster. And by the way, for the coaster itself, if you want to, you guys, comment down below what do you think a good name for it will be. Just as, because the name I don't have on it is currently kind of weird, but we will get back to that in another episode. Right now, let's focus on this little area over here I left out. Because I marked up this little space for like little like alcove, like different shops and stuff. Unfortunately, I'll probably have to research it, and I'll do that a little bit off camera to see what I can get. I'm thinking like maybe a tiki cheeky blah kind of thing in there. Because I think it makes the most sense in this kind of theme. Maybe like a pip shop water, that kind of stuff. I say that I think it'll look really, really nice back here, but I'm not sure if I'm 100% sold on this idea. I just thought it'd be cool to have like a little alcove thing over here next to this giant mountain thing. But now if he just kind of flatten it out to where it is kind of even, because the pathway back here is a little bit awkward. Now I probably shouldn't be adding in these shops like this so soon when I haven't even got the furniture ones done just yet, but this is just for an idea of what it would look like in the near future. But right now, at this current point, I think overall it looks really nice. Now we're just gonna kind of switch over here to this other side over here, because this is where I want to have like a little food court slash bar thing. Have like a nice little open seating area. Now whether or not it'll actually work or not is debatable. But first, he's got to kind of add these pathways because they are a little bit wonky with the terrain and stuff. Which I guess is kind of nice because realistically, theme parks wouldn't have just regular straight, flat paths, but it's just kind of a little bit annoying just to have a little ramp like that and it says you can't place a path here or something like that. But overall, I think it's been really nice. And now let's just get back to this over here. Now behind the shops, I'm thinking about adding like this little like backstage area with like different fences and stuff. I'll cover it up from the guest perspective so they won't see all that kind of stuff because let's face it, nobody wants to see like garbage bins or something while they're walking in a queue to a ride. So we'll just kind of cover it up in the near future. But yeah, the idea is let's place one of these right here, okay? Now, whether or not I place one more than that in there or not, it's just for example reason. And I was going to kind of try to connect these up to the path nice and easy. Now, this is a trick I actually learned from a Silverette video, and I'll try to remember that I can post it down in the comments below. But it essentially showed how to like make these nicer, smooth paths that connect up to the larger ones like this. It just helps to make it all kind of just flow together better. You're just not having like abrupt corners like you normally would, which do work if you're doing like a more symmetrical kind of thing, but I like things to be a little more organic, I guess I should say. Now I was going to kind of add in this little, what do you call it, like little outdoor dining area thing. I just kind of feel like we don't have any of that yet, and I think it'll look really, really nice right here. We'll get some extra like detail stuff for like the pathway and stuff. And I accidentally deleted that. Alright guys, nobody saw anything, okay? Nobody saw that we just deleted those poor guests, okay? They just got banished from existence like that, okay? And now if we just... Oh, no. Pathway, come on. Oh, no. See, look, why do the pathways, guys? Why do they have to do this, okay? It's not natural why they do this, okay? It's just not natural. Now, it's just being nitpicky, I guess, but I think anybody can tell you that the pathways, messing with them, it's just a little bit wonky. Come on now. Come on. See, look, we got this side nice. Oh, we probably got to connect it up to this end. Yeah, that would probably, fix it. Yeah, there we go. See, look, just like that. Not quite what I wanted, but you know, this works just fine just as a demonstration kind of thing. Now, if we can connect it to this bit up here, come on. Why won't you go straight? See, look, now you go straight, but then the pathway's awkward, though. Maybe I should have started with the middle pathway first if I was going to connect it to this. But, you know, this is totally fine. This is just going to be how it is. With that being said, I think we can leave it there, guys. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this new video format. So please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all things here at Capital Thrills. This has been Capital Thrills, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye!